Hi, everyone. Hello over there. Welcome. Yes, I know. You see, before I start, I just want to say no, I did not change the timing on the Question Live show. What is happening is sometime in life, you got to realize that life throw you curveballs and you got to work with them. So whatever way you gotta work with them, whether you gotta cry, whether you gotta throw a tantrum, whatever you gotta do, you gotta work with life and you gotta work with how life give you things. They said when life give you lemon, make lemonade with it. Okay, when life give you a lime, make some form of lime and something. Add lime to something and let it detoxes your system. Whatever is it that you get in this life, you just gotta work yourself around it, adapt to it, or just give up. And one thing by now, if you don't know, I don't give up for nothing. Okay. I push forward. No matter what obstacle come my way, I push forward. No matter what obstacle is there, I would cry, I would fuss, I would pray, I would scream, I would do all sort of things. But I will never give up because giving up is not in my DNA. And I hope it is not in your DNA as well. So I just want to put that out there for those of you who are looking for 7 p.m. for the show to start. Sorry for the inconvenience, but somehow we will be fine. I am here now. We are going to move forward, not knowing something that sometimes they said something happened with us, your own control. Honey, don't fuss, don't fight. We got to put ourselves in a position that when you have an assignment can switch up the time as much as it wants. And I always believe and I always trust God with timing. We talk about timing before. Timing is God and God is time. And time is a master for every single thing. Everything. So when things are not going according to your time, just remember that it is God that who is controlling the time. So I want to encourage you not to fuss, not to fight, not to strain, not to struggle, not to throw a fit, not to throw a tantrum, not to get upset, not to get weary, not to worry, not to have depression, and not to have all of that stuff. When those negative thoughts rise up, you know we work on this already. When negative thoughts rise up, we know how to counteract them. When negative, you counteract them with three positive, and you see how well you can maneuver things. So we will not struggle whether our time is scheduled for 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever it is. The fact of the matter is, I am here. I am here, and that is what's important. Okay, so I just want to thank you all so much for just showing up every single time. I want to thank you so much for your support every single time. Okay, so with that said, I just want to love and appreciate each and every one of you. Truly, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. It's because of you that when life throw me obstacles, I still show up. It's because of you. When life throw me obstacles and I know that you're there, I show up. Why? I am dedicated to my assignment. I am dedicated to what God gave me to do. Okay? So we just have to roll with the punches and roll on down the road, the road, or wherever we gotta go. We gotta roll into life and roll into our destiny, regardless of things. So with that said, let's put on our smiling face. Let's powder up our nose, and let's sit up in your pajamas. Maybe you're in your pajamas, or maybe you have your work clothes ready to go to work or go off to school. But wherever you going, I want to say greetings to you. Greetings. Now listen up, listen up. If this is your first time seeing me or hearing me or ever heard of the Question Live show, I just want to welcome you. if this is your very first time. Now, for first timers, I just want to let you know that first timers do get special welcome. So if this is your first time, just put in the comment section. Yeah, right there. The comment section is right there. Put in the comment section that it is your first time tuning in. Good. Now, for those who are returning, I want to say welcome home. Welcome home. We are not going back in anything. We are moving forward. So, welcome, welcome, welcome home. Welcome to another episode of the Christian Life Show. For those who have been here, you know that we do have some rules here. So, let us throw them out there and give them to our first timers. First timers, we do have rules. They're very simple rules. They're called house rule. It could be 1, 2, 3, 3.5, maybe 4. Sometimes there are 5 rules. So what are they, you may ask? They're very simple. One is, if you are looking at me or if you're hearing me and you see me spotlight your name on the screen, or you see me acknowledging you by calling out your name, simply mean you are in the live audience. Absolutely. And if you are in the live audience, look for your share button. It's right there. Right? No, it's right there. Look for the share button and click that share button and invite someone else to come on in the live so we can dine together. Now, let me tell you about live. Live is like getting fresh food out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked, the one that you consider your favorite meal. Yes, indeed. And when you have your favorite meal, you want to share. Even though cliche sounding, they say sharing is caring, but no, sharing and caring is in our DNA. It is sewn onto our DNA. So we should be able to share with others. And when something is good, you want to share it. Absolutely. Yes, you do want to share it. Now, if you are watching me and you don't see me call your name or spotlight your name, then simple mean you are watching the replay. Now, if you are watching the replay, just consider the replay leftover food, and leftover foods you can share as well. Because sometimes leftover food, Lord of mercy, sure tastes good. Yes, it does. Sometimes leftover food tastes good. So look for the share button again and share it. Share that leftover food with someone else so they can dine with us, because that's what we do here. Yes, here we inspire you and we motivate you and we empower you. Yes, but most of all, we support you. Yes, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon. Maybe it is a piece of feather. But if you do have a piece of feather, you need some paint or some ink to dip it in. Now, when you do have that, you need to grab yourself a piece of paper or a notebook. Yes. And if you don't have any of that, you want to go inside of your devices, find a blank page, maybe it's on your computer, Word, find a blank page on there, and you're going to utilize that. If not, go on your phone. It says notepad section. You're going to utilize that as well. Now, if you don't have none of that, if you're using your phone, you might want to text something back to yourself. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, now, Verona, what is it that you are telling us to write down and text to us? Oh, don't you worry. Let me tell you what it is. You see, here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy content and golden nuggets. And I encourage you to write them down. Yes, for one, writing is very important. Writing is extracting the very thoughts out of your head and putting them on paper so they can become reality. Because when you see a thing, it becomes real to you. That is 1. And 2, I encourage you to write things down, because when you write one word down, that one word could equal to a sentence could equal to a paragraph go to another paragraph, a paragraph and another paragraph equal to a page, and then another page and another page, and so forth. And when it goes to page and page, as a result, it would equal out to a book. And you never I'm not sure what happened. I think I got knocked off, but that's okay. I am still going to show up. No. And then the next rule is grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, white tea, or juice, soda, porridge, smoothie, whatever it is that you're drinking. Drop it in the comment section. What is it that you're drinking? Not because I want to be nosy to know what you're drinking, but I am just saying that when you show me what you're drinking, we celebrate each other. Yes, I recommend water because I'm always showing up with my water. For one, water quenches the thirst and water hydrates the body. Two, Jesus turned water into wine, honey. So I always show up with my water. And because he's the greatest miracle worker, I like to show up with my water because I believe in miracle. Yes, I strongly believe in miracle. So I always show up with my water. So it's been very hot and I have my big bottle of water right here. I don't have my fancy glass. Some of you who've been here, you know that I always have my fancy glass or something. So yes, so I have my bottle of water. I am trying to gulp down at least 3 liters of water. I don't know how that will go, but I'm going to do it. Yes. So that's that. That is it. Now, the other rule is if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right, to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, go to the bathroom and then you're going to come right back. And when you come right back, you're going to grab your seat, like the seat of life. The seed of life got your name on it. And on your name, you got your intention, your expectation, your goals, your talent, your gifts. They are all attached to it. Plus your purpose and your destiny. And inside your purpose and your destiny lies greatness. You see, when you do not take hold of your seat and you hand over your seat, you're handing over your birthright. And we are not going to hand over our birthright because we are not handing over our greatness. That is your destiny. So we will not do that. Okay. So for those of you who need to use the bathroom, go on now, and then you're gonna come back and come and sit right here in the Questel Live Show. So you can grab your good seat. Absolutely, you want to grab your seat and sit right there. Now, there's one more thing I want to sneak on in there. If I say something and it resonates with you, resonates with you, it resonates with you, well, all I'm asking you to do is to put in the comment section, yes. Drop yes in the comment section so I know that something resonates with either your mind or with your heart and you're taking note of that. Absolutely. Yes. So that is what we want to do. Now, for those who are in the bathroom, we don't know when they are coming back. So I will just leave you right here and say, if you are ready for tonight's episode, just let me know that you are ready for tonight's episode so we can roll into the session because we have a very important, we have a very important session here tonight. So please let me know when you are ready so we can roll into tonight's episode while those in the bathroom. And while they're in the bathroom and grabbing their drink, hey, listen, here we celebrate each other, okay? So we raise our glass, our cup, our spoon, our mug, whatever we raise, we want to raise something and celebrate each other. Here we celebrate you, whether you're having a birthday, anniversary, something, you accomplished something thus far. We want to celebrate your small win and your big wins. So yes, we want to celebrate you. So whatever that you're drinking, please put it in the comment section so we can raise a level, because that's the whole point. We want to raise a level of consciousness, make conscious decisions as we go along. So we want to come to a place of consciousness where the decision that we make are very important, not only to us, but to others, right? Yes. So now let's go into tonight's topic. I know for some of you it is late. It is past your bedtime. Oh, yes, I know. I know some of you are falling asleep. I know that too. So grab yourself. I think this is the best stuff for you to get some coffee or some peppermint tea. Now, before I go start tonight's topic, I just want to let you know I like to do a disclaimer on this show. On this show, yes, I like to do a disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor. That is my disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor. I am just me. And whatever I teach you here, whatever I share with you here, I'm sharing it from my experiences and my knowledge that was given to me from the Almighty, my Creator, who is my professor, my director. Okay? So anything that I share with you, just to let you know, my professor taught me well. So I want to let you know that we teach each other. You teach me, I teach you, I teach you, you teach me. We go back and forth because we are all students and teachers, and we will learn together so we can grow. So now let's roll right into the topic of tonight. Now, tonight's topic we are going to talk about is your power on? Yeah, let's talk about that power. Now, when I'm talking about power, the first thing you probably think about is how powerful you are. When I'm talking about power, you probably think about, she's powerful, he's powerful, that powerful. Somebody in political office is powerful. Somebody is doing great stuff is powerful. So that might be the first thought of when I say, is your power on? That's the first thing you probably think of is that power. So I want to talk differently about power. Yeah. And I'm going to go into some details, some category of powerful people and what we are talking about here. Powerful. Is your power on? That is the first question. You see, let me say this to you that this is not a monologue. This show is not a monologue. This show is a dialogue between both of us. So when I say something, you respond. If there's a response, you type it in the comment section. So whatever I ask you, if you see me ask a question, I am asking you that question. So you can answer, put the answer in the comment section. Absolutely. Because while we are talking to each other, the show is called The Question. So I ask a question, and you put the answer there. Yes, that's how this works. You know, question, answer, question, answer. I am the question, you give me the answer. So I like when we go back and forth. I like when we have a conversation. So I don't have to be sitting here by myself. Because you see, when I tell you to drink something, have something to drink, it's another reason why. Because when you drink something, you're drinking on behalf of me, who's sitting over here doing all the talking. And because I'm doing all the talking, I ask you just to quench my thirst, your thirst on my behalf. It's a form of support. If you didn't know, no, you know, it's a form of support. At least you're drinking while I'm talking. So let's talk about the power. We're going to go into this really, really, really quick. We're talking about, is your power on? See, growing up, I grew up on a farm. For those of you who don't know my story, I grew up on a farm. My parents were farmers. I grew up on a farm. I grew up where we go on to the day. A daylight is bright and nice. And then suddenly, some days in that instant, no power. That's exactly what we used to say. No power, power is gone. What were we talking about? What were we referring to? We were talking about electric. The electricity got cut off. Gone, click, boom, gone. Now, can you imagine? Maybe you're having dinner with your family, and all of a sudden, boop, lights out. Not the light that you're going to your bed, but lights out. And it's not because you did not pay your bill, because some people lights out because they did not pay their electric bill. No. Some people lights will go out because of what? They're working on the light poles. Yeah. So how do you feel? You're sitting nicely having your dinner or whatever you're having, and all of a sudden, boom. So I grew up on a farm, and we had that quite often. The power would go out. Now, what would we do? Well, actually, my mom, she's so creative. Yeah, she was a very creative lady. Innovation is good. Let's remember this. Innovation, when you raise the level of consciousness, you will know what innovation is. So when you're from a farm or wherever you're from and you have power outage all the time, you got to find something to bring light. And that's the reason why this is titled Is Your Power On? Because you want to bring light to a situation, you want to bring light to a community, you want to bring light to the world. So my mother would definitely walk around. We had little lamps, little lamps. I don't think we had used candle. Most of the time now people are using candles and candles. But we had lamps. They were called kerosene lamps. And they were like little lamps like this, little lamps like this. And she would have those lamps and she would make sure that inside of those lamps, kerosene oil would be in there. So the minute that light go off, the minute something we went in darkness, she would find a way to get up in there and light up that lamp. And that one lamp, maybe we'll have one lamp, and that one lamp would be for the entire house. Now, if you need to use the bathroom, oh, let's follow you with the lamp, huh? Let's follow you with the lamp. Or I stand by the door and let the lamp radiate and illuminate the space of wherever you are going. So that was the light. That was the light, and that's exactly how we have to maneuver that until you go to bed in the dark. Blow that out because you don't want to use up all of the kerosene oil because you might not be able to get enough. So I grew up like that where we had to keep on replacing the kerosene oil. We had to keep on taking our time with preserving the and reserving the kerosene oil. So that's a part of you having power. When you have power, you bring light. You bring light not only to yourself, but you bring light to the community. You bring light to the world when you have power. You are going to do something. But you see, sometimes those who have power, we all have power. Let me remind you of this. Let me tell you, we are all powerful, but sometimes some people use their power to manipulate the situation and manipulate others. Now, we are not agreeing with that. Do not use your power to manipulate and bully anyone. That is unacceptable. That is disrespectful. I do not accept that. No, no time at all. When you have power, you should have the intention to use that power to help somebody else, to light somebody else up. Boom! Ignite another person's potential. Because your power was not given to you for you alone. Your power was given to you for you to ignite another person. So what? We could all be powerful because that is the reason why we are here. So I ask the question, is your power on? And we are going to talk about several ways we are going to use power, or why we need to use the power that lies within us, because our power is not an outer thing. Let me tell you, your power is not an outer garment. Your power lies inside of you. When we walk around and say we are powerful, it's because it is inside, from here, from here, from here. Go right in here. Your power goes mentally. Mentally. If you think you're powerful, then yes, you are powerful. Because the very thought of what you think is what you are. A man is dictated by a very thought. So if you believe that you are powerful, then you are powerful. And when you start using the mind and you reach to a place of consciousness, being powerful, you realize that, yes, it is not an outer garment. So let us not try to manipulate anyone thinking that we are so powerful from the outer garment. Let us not try to manipulate anyone to say that you have a vast amount of something. Because vast amount of things don't make you powerful. You might think so, but at the end of the day, let us remember, mentally, your mindset must be at a place. Your mindset. So let us go into some of the section where we want to be powerful, where we want to exercise power. One, we want to have power to impact, not impress anyone. We don't want to have no power to impress anyone. It's like, oh, do you see me? No, we don't want to show up to impress anybody. Because oftentimes people think that because they were defined as powerful, they want to impress someone when they show up. We're not here to impress anybody. So we want to have a power. We want to have that beam. So when we show up to ignite another person, it is to impact, not to impress. That is one. Then two, we want to have the power to empower. Do you see that one? We want to have the power to empower. Do you see that power over there? The power is on the other end. Now, if you look at the word empower, you are going to see EM. But there are certain ways you got to look at things, because if you turn that EM backwards, it is a whole different word. Write it down, write it down. That's the reason why I told you about here with your pencils and your pen. Write it down and you will see exactly what it is. So you want to have the power to empower. We want to empower each other. We want to empower not only ourselves, we want to empower each other, and we want to empower you to rise. So now that is number two. Number three, we want to have the power to make a difference. We want to make a difference positively, not to make a difference negative. We want to have the power to make a difference in our lives, in our family lives, in our community, and in the entire world. So when we make a difference, it is not only us saying, oh, I look different today. Oh, I did this different today. No, you want to make a difference that someone will be impacted. See, you go back. Someone will be impacted by your power, the power from here. The power that you speak, when you speak power, you are not just talking words, flowing, fluidly, just going, flowing in the air. No. You want to make a difference that when you fall on, that difference is making an impact in your community, in the world, and at least to one person. So you want to make a difference, not by sitting there saying you're showing up to impress anyone. You want to make a difference to make that light that is in you, because light and power, they work on the same wavelength. When you say that you have power, you're supposed to have light. Can a light be hidden? Can a candle be hidden underneath your bed? No. No. Can it be hidden in a bushel? No. Can a lamp so bright be hidden? No. So when you make a difference, when you show up in a dark place, can you see how dark? You peeping through there, a dark place. You making a difference is that little beam of light. That little beam of light coming through there. It will make a difference in somebody's life. But let me tell you how you can make a difference. You see, sometimes you have to make a difference. You show up with your talent. You show up with your gift. And you show up with your passion. And you show up genuinely being your authentic self. That is how you make a difference, when you're being you. When you're not trying to be somebody else, when you're not trying to copy somebody else, you're being you because you're utilizing that very gifts and talent that is inside of you. When you're utilizing that very passion that burns deep inside of you. That is when you will make a difference. You will not make a difference trying to be a camouflage. When you're camouflaging, that is not really making a difference. You might think it is, but you want to be genuine. You want to be genuine. When we are not genuine, the difference is kind of like shaky. Really, the difference you try to make is going to be shaky, unstable. We want to make solid difference in this world, right? That's how we want to show up. When we make a difference, it should be solid. We should be start with a firm foundation, because at the end of the day, no matter what we do, it's always coming back to your gifts and your talent that God gave you. My gifts are not your gifts, and your gifts are not my gifts. Therefore, no one can be nobody else. So let us tap into ourselves, find our power, find that little plug, find that plug and ignite that little energy right there. Plug it in. They used to have a commercial like, plug it in, plug it in. But guess what they were doing? They were advertising not the light. They were advertising an air refreshener. Plug it in, plug it in. Anybody know that? Plug it in, plug it in. I don't remember. I think it was Airwick they were advertising. But what happened? They were saying the same product that they were advertising was going to make a difference in your house. So when you plug in something, and when you plug in something in an outlet, it should make a difference. It should bring a light. It should sit there and illuminate the entire space. Right? So again, if you are following, put yes in the comment section if this resonates with you. So we sure want to do that. And the next one is, when we have power, we want to have power to lift up humanity. When we are lifting up humanity, what is it that we are doing? We are replenishing the earth. We are the one planting the very gifts and the talent that we have on this earth, and we are using it for the benefit of the earth. You see, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Now, if you are gifted in something that will make this earth better, please do it. Because on the earth, on the solid earth, on the natural earth, on the literal ground of this earth, lies the grave. On the solid ground, on the ground of this earth. When we talk about earth, we talk about Earth Day and all that stuff. When we talk about Earth Day, basically we are talking about what is on the ground. The ground, the earth. How is it that you're maintaining the earth? See, earth and ground, I think they're in the same little family. So when we say with earth, we're talking about the ground. And on the ground, the literal ground, is the grave. Did you know that when someone died and they're going to bury you in that grave, 6 feet down, you know, inside of those graves, those people did not replenish the earth. Some of them went in there without making one impact on this world. Some of them went in there with all the gifts and talent, because what? They lay there and fold their arms. They lay there and they watch somebody else. They lay there, you know, while they were alive. That's what I'm talking about. While they're alive, they can't watch you while they're dead. While they were alive, they were watching somebody else. They were trying to be somebody else. They didn't utilize their gifts and their talent. They did not ignite that very light so it could beam and make a difference. All the expectation that somebody else, maybe their family, had for them, they didn't utilize that. They didn't expand their potential. They got presented with so many opportunities, and no, they did not expand their potential. And what happened to those people? while they fold their hand, or while they sit there with a pencil and a piece of paper and taking note of watching somebody else achieve, taking note of watching somebody else going up the ladder, taking notes. While they were sitting there watching somebody else taking note and said, oh, I see you. I see you going. I see you going. And instead of them learning from you and trying to expand their potential, they were sitting there trying to be you. They were sitting there trying to be you. And then, then poof, they're in the grave, 6 feet under. They're in the grave. And when they're in the grave, what happened to all the gifts and talent that they were born with? What happened to all the talents that they developed throughout the years? Whether they were 5 or 50 or 85, 90, Lord knows you can go down in that grave with some gifts and some talents, and you did not replenish the earth. When you get buried into the grave with gifts and talents that were not utilized, when you go into the grave without turning on that power, when you got into that grave without igniting that light and somebody else's light, you just buried all that gifts and talents in the grave. And what happened? The grave is as rich as can be. It is as wealthy as can be. It just swinging and just flowing and overflowing with wealth. With wealth. No replenishment cannot happen in the grave, because now in the grave, it is dead in the grave. Nothing can happen in the grave, because when you go into the grave, that is it. It is gone. It is over. There's nothing happen in the grave. So while you are alive, make note of these things, that you have gifts, you have talent, you have potential, you have expectation, you have goals, you have a journey to go on. And the end of that journey is your destiny. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome, Sister Anna. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, Roblin Live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes. So you want to take that power that you have. You want to turn on that power, and you want to utilize it, and you want to ignite somebody else's power. So we could have a whole galaxy of powerful people. There's not one powerful person. We want to be powerful together. When we are powerful together, you will see. You will definitely see that the world is waiting, and you will definitely see that there will be a replenishment on the earth. When you replenish the earth, that is how humanity can be lifted up. But you cannot walk around on this earth without utilizing the power that lies in you. Inside of us, there's so much potential. So we want to do this. We want to get there. And I say this already, that when you switch up, if you think about where you live right now, many people outside, they don't have nowhere to live. But if you are so fortunate to live inside of your house and you have electricity, now for a moment, if you switch that light off, all the lights in your house, every light in your house, mark my word, it is not totally darkness. No, there is some form of light beaming somewhere. Where's that light coming from? Maybe outside. So you see, we need power. So that power is not only the fact that you think that you're powerful from the inside to do anything about anyone. It is not about you think that you are so powerful that you can manipulate anyone, because I call that bullying. That's what I call that personally. I just think that that's bullying, when you use the power that lies within you to manipulate someone or to bully someone. Yeah. But again, if you turn off your light in your house right now, all of your light, gone. Or just say, there is a blackout. Gone. And if there's a blackout in your entire country, your entire city, there's some form of light beaming through. And this is what I am encouraging you to know, that you have a light inside of you, and your light is power, and it's beaming through your potential. It is beaming through your gifts. It is beaming through your talents. It is somewhere. So if right now your entire country is on a blackout, the entire shut gone down, your little light will make a difference. So if the entire country shut down, there's a beam of light somewhere, maybe from a car driving by, maybe from a twinkle, twinkle little star, maybe from the moon. So you see, people, audience, we need each other light. Light is power. We need each other. No one person. No, we need each other. The moon needs the star needs the sun. We go forward. You see, the entire sky got all of that. Hmm? So if there's a blackout right now, you're going to have some form of light. So I encourage you to just go inside of yourself and see that power that lies within you and see if you're switching it off or you're switching it on to help somebody else. Because that is the whole point of the power that lies within us. The whole point of the power that lies within us is to ignite each other. Let's not think of ourselves being powerful by ourselves. Let's think of ourselves collectively as powerful people. Let us think of ourselves working together to create that galaxy. I like stars. I don't know how many of you right now that you like stars. I love stars. I love to be outside where I can look up in the sky and see the stars. I love to see them. Can I count them? No. No. I cannot sit here and look in the sky and count those stars. Absolutely not. But I love to see them. And that is the same thing when I show up here. I love to see your light shining. Lynn, I love to see your light. Sister Anna, Sister Lynn, I love to see your light shining. Just the same way I love to look up and see one twinkle little star. There you go. Do you know what I say? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder where you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Ladies, you know, they talk about diamonds. We love diamonds. So that is exactly how I see each and every one of you. Like that little star, that when it twinkles, it's like a diamond. And then your eyes just wink with it. I like to see them bright and shining. That is how I like to see each and every one of you. And when you see each other like a little star, think consciously. Think consciously that you cannot count those stars, but you can at least see one. And when you see that one, and you keep on looking, and you keep on looking in the sky, most likely you're going to see another one. And another one will twinkle, and then you're going to see another one. And another one, yet you still cannot count the amount of stars in the sky. And that is what I want to encourage each and every one of you right now who is watching, who is listening to me, whether you're on the live or on a replay. Look for that star. And if you see that one star, just watch that star. And when you watch the star, you're going to see another one. Because what that star will do, it will attract another star. And then the other one will attract another star. And everybody becomes so exactly, Sister Lynn said it, exactly, you become bright and joyful and you're just shining. And guess what happened? There's no competition between those stars. They're not competing. They just attract each other like magnet. like magnet, and they're coming closer, and they're coming closer, and all of a sudden you just see little twinkle, 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 and you get to see them. In the US, you just barely see stars. Why? Because there's so much light. But if you travel along the way to the Caribbean, to wherever, you might see a good amount of stars. Still, you cannot count them. But can you count the amount of people on this earth? They might have billions and billions of people, but no. You cannot count the amount of people because each day, you don't know how many people die for the day. And each time somebody dies, you will have a birth. So when they are counting the amount of people, the population of this earth, no. For me personally, I don't think the number is accurate because each time there's a death, there's a birth. Each time there's a death, there might be one death around the corner, not on the earth, because you cannot count the amount of death around the world. No. So if you survey just your community and one death, you might have 3 births. So how can we count the amount of people? No. So let us find those stars and just attract them by being a star yourself. Because being that powerful person, it's because you have a light. There's a light that illuminates. So let us remember, there are a couple things that we want to do with our power. You can write them down. I will go over them one more time. First one, I'll ask a question. Let me ask this question for those who are watching. The question is your power on? And I'm not talking about the power to bully anyone, to manipulate anyone, the power to think that you're better than anyone. The power, I am going to list them. So the question is your power on? You don't have to put your answer in the chat, but if you so choose to do so, by all means, you can put your answer there. But we are going to go over the list of where your power lies. 1, as we wind down this episode, the first thing we want to know when we have power, because remember, power is light. Power is light, and we want to shine. We are not here trying to outshine anybody. We want to shine because we want to create a galaxy of joyful people. We want to create a galaxy of powerful beings because we are already powerful. We are great. Greatness is inside of us, and when greatness lies in us, we are powerful. So let's go. Power 1. Power to impact and not impress. That's number 1. Number 2, power to empower and not to bully each other. Number 3, the power to make a difference. Yes, we want to make a difference, whether in our family, our community, to the world, and generations to come. Yes. Number 4, the power to lift up humanity. So you can write them down. Yes, it is a humble yet powerful light. Absolutely, Sister Lynn, absolutely. And we want to stay humble when we have this power. We want to stay humble when we utilize this power. Yeah, and this is the other one. Yes, power to impact and not impress. Please let us remember. I gave you 4, so you can, Sister Lynn, pick 1 for herself. Absolutely, yes. So you want to make sure that you grasp these concepts. You want to make conscious decision, because here I just want us to make conscious decision. Because when we make conscious decision, we will see that those decisions will make a difference on this earth. We are here to make a difference. We are not here to impress anyone. We are not here to compete. Do you see the stars competing with the moon? No, the stars complementing the moon. The sunshine. Do you know that the sun is a star? Did anybody know that? The sun is a morning star. It's one of the stars because it's dark at night. You can see all the stars glittering. Oh, the stars are still in daytime, but the sun is the brightest star, so it overtakes the entire day. Yes. So yes, the 4 points align with them perfectly. Yes, if you want, I could repeat them, Sister Lynn. I could repeat them. So if you want, I could repeat them. I'm here to make a difference. Yes, the sun is an impressive star. Yes, it is. It is a day star. It is a day star. But what happened in daytime? The daytime got bright, so you don't see the rest of the stars. So the reason why you can see the stars at night is because the night became dark. So they start flickering at night. But they're there in the sky. They're there. So the brightest one is the sun. So it comes out and just eliminate the entire day. But they're there because they're complementing each other. So the moon and the star at night, they sit and they complement each other. And it's like holding hands, like, let's go, let's go. Let's make the place bright. That's what they do at night. Do you see that? What make the place bright at night? The sun is the day and the moon and stars at night. Huh? So let us turn on our light. Let us be powerful beings. And we want to move right along. Yes, let us move. It is beautiful. And that is why this is very important that we learn how powerful we are as human beings. Let us remember that our power lies in us. It lies in us. So if you stand out of your house, Sister Lynn, in the daytime, you're supposed to eliminate light. If you stand outside of your house in the night, you're still supposed to eliminate light. So no matter which way you are a star. No matter which day or night you are, you're supposed to have that power to make sure that it is making the path straight. You want to be the lamp underneath somebody for the night. You want to be the light for somebody's pathway in the daytime. So let us remember our power lies within us. This is not our power. This outer appearance is not our power. It is not our power. Absolutely not our power. Your power lies within you. So no matter what we do on the outside, if inside is midnight without no light at all, it doesn't make sense. Mentally, let us get to a place of mental awareness. So when we come to a mental awareness, the darkness from negative concept won't overtake us. We want to overtake it with our life. Our power lies within us. So turn on your light. If your light is not on, turn on your light. Now, if you have a blackout somewhere inside, from here on, because there's a conversation between your mind and your heart. So if there's a power, growing up, we used to call it a power cut. A power cut simply means lights went out. Your light's gone, you have a blackout. So if there is a power outage, if there's a power outage between your mind and your heart, it's time for us to see how we can get the light back on. It is time to turn on. Let us all turn on your light. Turn on your light. I said sometimes our lights get cut off because we don't pay our light bill, Sister Lynn. Sometimes we don't pay our light bill, huh? Sometimes we don't pay our light bill. But guess what? The light that we're talking about, it was already given to us by God. God already gave us that light. So we don't have to think about, oh God, we did not pay our light bill. That light is already inside of us. So when we dull that light because we're thinking negatively about somebody else or a situation, it's time. It is time. Yes, it is time for us to turn on our light and ignite each other. We want to ignite each other. We want to make sure that each person light is shining. So if you see Anna's light not shining, Sister Lynn, you go away and find a way to light up her light. If her little lamp is not bright enough, find a way to help her to brighten up her life. And that is what it is. Pay that light bill. That's it. Pay that light bill. And when you pay that light bill, you see, woo, your light will come back on. Absolutely. And you don't have to walk around being ashamed. You don't want to walk around being ashamed that you did not pay your light bill. No, no. Let your light so shine before men that they may see the good work and glorify the God that created you and I. So we can be a galaxy, a whole galaxy of greatness. Greatness is power, and power is in you. What else is in you? Greatness. So let us put them together. As we work together, we will lift up humanity. We will replenish the earth. I want to thank you all so much. I want to thank you so much for tuning in into this late session. But don't you worry. The fact of the matter that I'm showing up and you show up. I tell you this all the time that when we show up, we are not showing up for ourselves, but we are showing up for our family, our community, the generations to come. Yes, we are. So thank you so much for tuning in. Some of you losing sleep, but that's okay. That's okay. We are going to lose sleep together because what happened? We are sharing light space. We are eliminating light. Thank you so much again for being here. Thank you so much for staying up. For some of you, staying up. For some of you, it's early morning. Whatever time it is, just pay that light bill. The one that you cut off the light. Don't cut off your own light. No, don't cut off your light because when you cut off your light, that is being negative. And negativity cuts off your life. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourself good morning, good night. Have yourself a good life because you can. Bye.